Welcome back to Cadwell Park after the second Bennetts British Superbike Championship race of the weekend. And back on the podium for McCann's Yamaha here at Cadwell Park, Jason O'Halloran. Jason, that was another hard race where you, a bit like Glenn, you had to fight your way through to the front and back on the podium, which is the main thing, especially when we're getting to this point of the season.
Yeah, for me, tough race at the start. Was back in the group quite a bit and just had to sort of be patient. I could see everyone tussling for position, and quite difficult around here when you sat in 6th, 7th place. It's quite hard to see where you're going and what you're doing. You know, I was just trying to get as far forward as I can, but do it as safe as I can. It started to feel good towards the end of the race. Made a pass on Leon, then made a pass on Lee at the hairpin. Made contact with Lee. You know, I didn't intentionally clip him or hit him or anything, so sorry to Lee for that. But I got through. We both stayed on, and I managed to hold on to third, which is amazing for us to get on the podium here at Cadwell. And more importantly, just the points. You know, like I seen Glenn was on the front, and I really couldn't give up any more points than what I already was going to. So important race for us, and yeah, look forward to the next one.
Congratulations, Jason, and second place for Lamy OMG Racing Yamaha, Kyle Ride. Kyle, it's been a great weekend for you so far, and back on the podium again in the second race. The longer race looked more difficult, especially as there was such a freight train of riders in that one. Talk us through it.
Yeah, first half of the race was pretty comfortable. Ryan was setting Just let them all go.
Yeah. There were some big moves as well.
Who, me?
Just generally,
Yeah.
like, I know you've got to here, but it's like... Is that nearly everyone? Do you need me to do the intro again or not?
What do you want them to do?
Just cross back over after this race. Do whatever it is they need to do and then come back. Because actually it'll only take 2 seconds, but I haven't got a backdrop up in the media centre, and obviously it'll just look shit. Right. You can go, Kyle.
You can? One more.
No, it's literally just waiting for them to go back out. And then
Is that still on? It's just fell out. Still on, yeah? Yeah.
yeah, you can go again.
Okay. Yeah, so I can't remember what question you said, but it was a great race. The first half of the race was pretty simple, fast pace from Ryan, and then he tipped off at Park, and I had Haslam in front of me, and things were slowing up a little bit, and I was panicking a little bit because I know Glenn and Tommy would be coming shortly, and yeah, got to the front, tried to set a better pace, which it was. I told, I think, Lee Bob with us, and Haslam managed to maintain the pace as well, so it was very difficult. The bike was definitely better in yesterday's race, so I think we're going to go back to that one. But as you said, 2 second places at Cadwell Park. I'd have bit your hand off for that before we come, so I'm very chuffed.
And you said the bike felt different today. What was the change that you made that made the difference?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Chaz made a change last night. I said it was better in warm-up, and it was better for the first half of the race, but the last half of the race, I couldn't load the front tyre as good as what I could yesterday. So yeah, it's not just about how you set the bike up, it's the whole picture of the weekend. Fatigue sets in. We've been riding now for 4 days, so you almost have to set the bike up for how your body's feeling rather than how fast you can go. So yeah, I showed a few lap times at the end that was promising, but still I didn't feel too good. So if we can fix them, I'm sure that 4 lap period at the end when I was on my own, if that felt a bit better, I could have maybe pulled it away. So yeah, I mean, this weekend I'd have been happy with a top 5, and I've got 36 points, no, 30. What have we got? 32 points up to yet. So yeah, buzzing.
Yep, that is. You're now 45 points down on Tommy,
Okay.
closing the gap.
Yeah, closing up. So yeah, I didn't expect to close up any at Cadwell Park. That's the thing. So that's one bonus. Another bonus, I've got 2 trophies as well to take home. So yeah, got to reset now, have a massage, have some water, eat, and yeah, go again later on.
Thank you, Carl. And it's a double win now for Beer Monster Ducati's Glenn Irwin. Glenn, that was a really tough race. You were 8th at the start of the second lap, and you really had to work your way through the pack. But talk us through it, especially that last move at Coppice.
Yeah, it was fun. Typical Cadwell, you try to get a good start and hope you've done half of the work in the first lap, but that didn't happen. I was down in 8th, maybe even 9th at one point in the first lap.
I could see some people I knew would be rivals for the victory not so far ahead of me. There was Christian just in front of me and somebody else, and then Jason. So I thought sit and kind of just go with the flow of the race. Christian put a few tints into me around lap 4, I think, but you could see he was like maximise, and maybe I need to do that sometimes and get a better grid position, but just kind of went with the flow. Jason done Storm, I knew I had to go then, and I don't know, I keep saying, I know I sound like a broken record, that race felt like a story I knew the ending of, and I had some, just some tough times in life, and I worked really, really hard at it, and I touch on it a lot, but it's good. I have an abundance of clarity, and I just feel really good in my motorbike and in general, and I'm enjoying it all, and to race with these guys like we do around one of the most narrow thrilling circuits in the world. At the level we race at, it's thoroughly enjoyable. Hats off to the guys on the podium as well. And yeah, I've experienced the treble before. It was a great feeling. I'll give it my best shot, but more importantly, it's about putting points, not just into Tommy, but also into Jason and Kyle. And yeah, it's nice. 12.5 sounds a lot better than 34.5 it was going into Thruxton, so it's good.
Congratulations, Glenn.
Thank you.